Okay, hello. This is Claire. This might be the second or third time I'm attempting to do one of these videos. Mostly the cats are messing me up, or I'm just not satisfied with what I'm saying. Um, so, I want to start doing videos mostly for myself, even, but also for other people. I just like to communicate and maybe like help some people. Make some friends maybe too, because I'm pretty active on Tumblr. So, but the main reason why I'm doing this, like I said, is for myself. I'm trying to challenge myself because I actually suffer from social anxiety, and it's very hard for me to be around people and speak around people sometimes. I mean, even people I'm really comfortable with, it can be hard sometimes. And it's challenging because like my friends, if you don't understand anxiety, they just kind of don't they just don't understand how to handle it. They just kind of sometimes think I'm like avoiding them, or I don't know. And I feel bad. Like, I really do love my friends. I really love hanging out. It's hard. That's all. It's hard. If you have social anxiety, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And having social anxiety and being transgender, that's just like a whole other world. And I didn't even know that I had social anxiety until after I transitioned, until even within this year. That's what it was. I always just thought I liked to be by myself and that everybody felt freaked out around people. But turns out they don't. Um, Low self esteem, all that kind of stuff is part of it. You just kind of think everybody's like staring at you all the time. That no one likes you, that people are pretending to like you, just and you don't know why. I mean, you can tell yourself all you want that you're just thinking it, but it's hard to convince whatever it is that's telling you these things because it's I've been trying for a long time, and it just you battle it off and on. You sometimes you win, and a lot of the times you don't. So, like I said, I'm doing these to challenge myself, to be putting myself out there and like talking to people. So it's kind of just gonna be for fun. You'll probably see a lot of the cats, as you've seen in the first video if you watched it, which was me attempting to maybe start, but I just decided I'm gonna do it anyways. And here she comes now. Hi! But, so yeah, I transitioned 3 years ago. I work in a mall. That was where I first tried my transition. I went to work, and it was very hard. I don't really care much for my job. I've been there for 8 years. It was the first job I ever had. I love everybody there. That's kind of why I stick around, because they make it easy. I mean, they all know me. Most of them know I'm trans. There's a few of them that I'm not sure if they know or not. I never really talked about it. Um, but even like the district manager knows. He allows me to have my name as Claire like on my name tag, and it prints Claire on the receipts, even though in my reports it still shows my birth name, which is really awesome. Like, it was very hard to try to think about how I was going to go about doing that. Like, I knew my boss really loved me. I didn't think she would necessarily get it, but she's getting it very well, pretty to the most point. She kind of thought I was just going to come out as gay, because I actually asked her if we can go out for drinks because I needed to talk to her. And she thought I was just going to tell her I was gay. But yeah, it's whatever. I'm a girl. By the way, hi. So that went really well, and from there it's just been really great. And honestly, if it wasn't for the people in this small town and how some of them act, not that I've had any really problems with discrimination or anything, it's just some people here are just so rude and they feel so entitled. And when your company just lets the people walk all over you, you can't say anything to them, and they're just frustrating, and it's just very hard, and I can't take it much more. I've been, like I said, been there for 8 years of my life, and I just want to do something new. I used to actually be a manager there. I was working 40-hour weeks. Did that before I transitioned. Stepped down around the time I was transitioning, maybe like a year before, whenever I was like building myself up to it. Didn't really think about all these costs of everything. Plus, I just couldn't really keep doing it anyways. But so I stepped down, started being the second assistant, which was only 20-some-hour weeks. So it was a lot easier. I was playing in a band, and it was not as hard to deal with. And that was around the time I did transition, and I'm working on all this stuff. And that's around the time where I was trying to be confident. I thought this was going to be a walk in the park. I was like, I got this. I'm on top of the world. Blah, blah, blah. Screw everybody who doesn't care or approve. And it turns out I want everybody's approval. And I don't get everybody's approval. Actually, my boyfriend's parents don't accept me at all. Me and my boyfriend have been together. It'll be 2 years in this coming September. And he was actually one of my best friends growing up, which is really cool, which I never really would have expected to happen. He just, I guess, fell in love, and he told me he liked me, and I was like, sorry, dude, I like girls. And then we just kept hanging out, and he was very sweet. He was constantly doing nice things for me, which he was doing before I knew that he liked me. When I guess it was pretty obvious. Some of my friends knew and were like, he likes you, he likes you. And I was like, no, we're just really good friends. And then he told me he likes me, and I said no, of course. But eventually I just fell for him. And it's been great. He's been so wonderful. I just can't even believe. I couldn't imagine how he liked me. Whenever he first told me, I was like, you knew me before. Like, how do you like me? Like, I don't even like me. But he just genuinely does. And he genuinely, like, knows how to take care of me. Like, I have really bad days sometimes. I come home from work and I just am horribly hysteric. And I can't even, like, function. I just, like, come home and lay down and fall asleep in his arms. And it actually feels really good to have somebody that I can do that with. It was pretty hard the first year dealing with not having somebody, especially because I was dating somebody who I thought was going to stay with me through the transition. And it didn't work out. We were engaged and called it off. This was before it all happened, but called off the engagement, and we stayed together. And she kind of knew I was, like, into this kind of stuff, but not in the same way. I just, like, dressed up as a girl around her, and she just thought it was some kind of fantasy, which at the time, I guess, so did I. So we did that for a while, and when I told her, she was like, I'll love you no matter what. We'll still be together. But I think she took what I was saying the wrong way. I don't think she actually thought I was going to publicly become a girl. I guess she thought I was just gonna, like, do what I was already doing around the house, just, like, all the time. But no, that's not what I was going to do. So she tried it for like a week, and then she left. And I understand, like, she's attracted to men. That's a compliment, I guess, in a way. But, I mean, I do feel like we could have tried a little harder. But it's okay. We still talk, and she's still nice to me. So, it's cool. But, I'm with my new boyfriend, and things are great. And I'm losing track of where I am. So, I'm just gonna say that's the first video.